Further email at 21:38, also on the 10th, also addressed to you. Dear Sir, from the Office of the Honourable Minister of Police, with regards to case number, and there's again a few cases mentioned. The above cases relate to fraud, theft, and nepotism. We hereby request that an independent officer or body be appointed, as we are concerned that General Masemola may have erred in his statement that the allegations pertaining to Major General Khumalo's security clearance. If this is the case, the National Commission has misled the nation, which is, in our view, a very serious issue. So, Mr. Nkabinde, that is the referral to the Minister. Allegations of fraud, theft, and nepotism. Does that ordinarily fall within the mandate of a specialist body that's been established to fight corruption?
Yes, it does fall. Yes.
Why do you say that?
Fraud, it's their mandate. Fraud and corruption is their mandate. And also, Chair, when we receive complaints, we don't just refer a complaint. You take the complaint on its merits. This complaint itself, it's showing that a complainant has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, if you read the content of the email. So definitely, as he is requesting an independent body, the independent body relevant will be IDEC. Because now National Commissioner is the #1 cop of the country. You can't refer it to anyone. The only independent body in this regard appropriate will be IDEC.
Now, are you aware that Honourable Member Adams had also referred this to the police? You must be aware, because he claims now that he's frustrated, he's had no joy, he's laid these charges, and now he's knocking at the door of the minister.
Yes, I'm aware, because he wrote to me.
Now, we have an information note, which is this is also in the schedule. It's at page 285. It's a bundle which starts at 267. Those are some of the emails I read to you. And then it's MK15. So, of the you see this information note on page 285. 285.
Yes, I see it.
The complaint, this is addressed to the Minister of Police. It's dated the 5th of November, 2024. This is just a few days after the referral to the Minister's office. Complaint against the South African Police Service, allegations of corruption and defeating the ends of justice. Complainant F. Adams, MP. The purpose of this information note is to provide information on a concern leveled in the email received V-Day F. Adams, MP. Background: Mr. F. Adams, referred to as the complainant, sent an email to the Office of the Police Minister dated 1 November 2024, wherein the complainant alleged the following. He opened 3 criminal dockets in Cape Town Central, but has learned that there has been interference from the SAPS provincial office. He thus opened 3 criminal dockets at Orlando SAPS Gauteng, but also learned that there's been interference from the SAPS provincial office. The National Commissioner has instructed that a report is provided in terms of the allegations that the SAPS is derailing the criminal allegations leveled by the complainant. Then a discussion follows. At paragraph 3.1, the dockets where they were registered, 3 in Cape Town, 3 at Orlando. 3.1.1, the criminal allegations in the 6 cases which are opened are leveled against Lieutenant General Kumalo, Major General Lushaba, Major General Madondo, and Brigadier Ngube, and are centered on 4 specific matters, namely abuse of the Secret Services account, cover-up of a criminal incident linked to Valeria and the case number. This docket is locked in a safe at the police station, and access thereto will only be available from 11 November. Failure to address Major General Madondo's results of the polygraph examination, wherein 2 incidents of tax evasion were uncovered, practices of nepotism. Then it says at 3.2, an officer from the Division Inspectorate who was in Cape Town on other official business made several attempts to conduct an interview with the complainant, but due to other commitments, the complainant had to cancel the proposed meetings. The complainant indicated that he could travel to Gauteng if required. The allegation leveled by the complainant is that the provincial officers of Western Cape and Gauteng have interfered in the investigation. The allegations contained in the criminal dockets are of a sensitive nature, and the practice of the provincial officers to obtain the dockets to ensure the matters are addressed appropriately is not seen as interference, but as standard operational procedure. At 3.3.2, the complaint by the complainant can be seen as premature, as the provincial officers were still in the process of addressing the matter. And the recommendation is at paragraph 4. This office recommends that an extension of the 10 working days is provided in order for the following to be conducted, whereafter a comprehensive report can be provided. Interview the complainant and obtain a detailed affidavit. Perusal of all criminal dockets, including the Valeria docket. Determine if any other government department is investigating the same allegations. And this is then signed by, on the 4th of November, Major General, Acting Divisional Commission Inspectorate Gladla. And also Sabia, on the 5th of November. And the Minister on the 8th of November. Yeah. That's on the 8th. And so we get to the point of this little exercise. CMN5 is then the referral to IDEC by you on the 11th of November 2024. So your comment that I've just read to you, there's a recommendation, and it's confirmed by the Minister on the 8th of November. The recommendation is that the police recommends that an extension of 10 working days is provided in order for the following to be conducted. And we've read that. Nevertheless, you on the 11th of November, you refer this matter to IDEC. Why would you have done that when the police said, give us 10 days? It's a sensitive matter, which they take seriously, obviously. They're investigating. There's been no interference. The delays are all part of standard procedures that are followed. But you, apparently with some undue haste, can you explain why you then refer this to IDEC?
Thank you, Chair. Maybe what I need to try and do is to elaborate and make it easy for Senior Counsel to understand the variety of these complaints. Firstly, Chair, these are two separate complaints. Hence, I did say initially that we receive complaints and we treat a complaint on its merits. We screen the complaints, then we refer it to the relevant authority. I received this complaint, the Minister received this complaint, the first complaint, that I have opened cases in Western Cape on a number of senior subs personnel as per the following case numbers. I was told that the dockets were intercepted. In my quest for justice, I traveled to Gauteng and opened the following dockets as per the following case numbers. However, I have also been notified that Gauteng Police Department has followed same modus operandi as the Western Cape. This is the first complaint I receive. The nature of this complaint, when you screen this complaint is a service delivery complaint. Is a person here who registered dockets, but he was told instead of his dockets are allocated to investigating officer or a detective, he is now told the dockets were unlawfully intercepted. So what do you do with a complaint of a service delivery? This is what I've done. I referred this complaint to the National Commissioner. The info note that you are reading, it was based on my referral to the National Commissioner. This is my referral to the National Commissioner. The ministry has received this complaint from the Member of Parliament. In order for the ministry to respond accordingly, please furnish this office with a report in responding to this complaint and details of the investigating officer who was assigned to investigate this matter. Why I'm referring even to the particulars of an investigating officer, it's because I realized this man is complaining that his dockets are not getting investigated. Instead, they are being intercepted. So the info note that you are reading, the National Commissioner is responding to the minister based on this service delivery complaint. Now I receive a second complaint 10th of November. Please note that I, Fidel Adams, request an independent investigator or a body to investigate cases I have laid. I make this request as your National Commissioner has claimed all is above board. In the case of the allegation made against Major General Khumalo, we are reliably told that this is false and have the statement to back it up. If indeed the commissioner's position is compromised in this regard, please view our consent with concerns. Now, this is another complaint. This complaint, when you view it and screen it, is not now a service delivery complaint. This complainant now is requesting an independent investigation. So it means these dockets, he feels that it needs to be investigated independently. So now we are talking about investigating criminal dockets. So when this complainant has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, the only relevant independent body will be IDEC, because other authorities are under National Commissioner. So hence this one, now this referral to IDEC, it's basically the complainant is requesting an independent body to investigate my complaints, my criminal dockets. Thank you, Chair.
SC is now 13:30. We are breaking. When we come back, we will take the three hands. Let me see. Is it only three? Yeah. When we come back, we will take those three hands. No. We must break. And you must not overwhelm my witness with your hands. You will raise those hands when we come back from break. Thank you. 13:30. We are coming back at 14 hours. Yeah, we'll come back at 14 hours to recover 30 minutes from the 1 hour that we lost.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Good afternoon once again, honorable members. Mr. Nkabinde, are you okay? Thank you so much. You know, we have shown a lot of respect yesterday to a witness who was here because he's a senior citizen, over 80 years old. And I can assure you, if you cooperate, this committee is going to respect you so much, to treat you with respect. Just conduct yourself like a person of advanced age. You will see you are going to enjoy your stay here. Honorable Ngola.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just a follow-up on the Adams complaint. So, are you aware, Chief of Staff, that Mr. Adams opened the case on the 28th of October, 2024 in Cape Town? and later opened another case on the 30th of October in 2024 in Gauteng. So it's just in between less than 2 days. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
I put it to you that the complaint, there is a less than 48 hours complaint. The complaint you're talking about that there was delayed investigation and there was interception. So do you think the complaint is reasonable given these facts?
When I'm looking to the complaint itself, it does not give an indication to me receiving a complaint about those time factor. It's only referred to case numbers, of which case numbers you wouldn't know when was it registered. But to comment as a detective myself or as a trained police officer myself, to comment on that, when the case is registered at the church office, you come, you lay a complaint and it gets registered. You are not expecting results of your case in less than 2 days or less than 24 hours. But you will expect that Cedric Nkabinde is an investigating officer of my case, a person that I can make a follow-up on. So if instead of your case is allocated to the detectives and it's intercepted, it's been removed, it raises red flags. Why it's not allocated? It's just a comment as my experience as a police officer.
Can you share? We will pursue the matter further later.
Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. No, I wanted to check with Mr. Nkabinde. He said the complainant had lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So I wanted to check, did the complainant liaise directly with the National Commissioner before sending the complaint to the National Commissioner's office? And if so, how many times did he liaise with the National Commissioner? And which mode of communication did he use to liaise with the National Commissioner?
Thank you, Chair. When we receive complaints, like any other complaints, you treat it as you received. I never interrogated. First of all, I did not even know Mr. Adams. So I never even interrogated and asked him, if you are now showing a loss of confidence in the National Commissioner as you are alleging, what made you to do that? What happened? I never. I just treated the complaint as it is and channel it to the relevant people. Like when it comes to complaints, Chairperson, we receive more than 100 complaints almost per day. For you is to read, refer to the Hawks, refer to IP, refer to the National Commissioner. So you don't, because you don't also want to get into the space where you now literally investigate a matter as a office of the minister.
Yeah, my question premises from the proposition that you have made that, in fact, you were convincing the committee that you could see that this person has lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Now, the impression that you gave to me is that this person has attempted not once, not twice, to engage the National Commissioner or to raise his complaints with the National Commissioner with no success. Hence, I'm asking, because you can't just throw statements with no supporting evidence. Hence, I'm asking, what makes you to arrive to that conclusion that he lost confidence in the National Commissioner? Did he try to speak to the National Commissioner? If yes, how many times? Because you can't lose confidence in person you have never spoken to.
Thank you, Chair. The nature of a complaint, the content of his email, it was suffice that he's indicating that he's now lost confidence, because he even saying if indeed the National Commissioner's position is compromised. So now he's alleging that he does not trust now anything from the National Commissioner because he's alleging that he's compromised. But I did not interrogate it further because I don't even know Mr. Adam at that stage. I did not even call him and say, why you are saying National Commissioner is compromised? On what basis? I could not do that because also at the office of the ministry, we also avoid to enter into the space of operational matters. You rather refer, then they give a report.
So following what you have just said, we should take such remarks to be his assertions, and you don't have ownership of them. That's what he said, and it remains his assertions.
That is correct, Chair.
Okay, no, thanks, Chair.
You pass the microphone to Honorable Skosan.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, earlier, if you remember, we spoke about iPad, that they are independent. Sure. They are not like they are not like SAPS in particular. Hence, the honorable member complained about the National Commissioner. Now, it's evident. I mean, today we know that, as he said to you, that he doesn't have any confidence to the National Commissioner. Though, as my colleagues has already spoken about, when the case was opened, in 2 days' time, after opening the case here, it was opened in Gauteng. Now, I understand that, as you said, you are a trained policeman as well. But don't you find it strange yourself? Let me start there.
In terms of timelines, based on this complaint, there is no indication when these dockets were registered. I don't have that because the complaint is just in reference to the case numbers. So with the case number, you can't deduce when was this case registered.
So he never divulged that he opened a case 2 days earlier.
He never, because we never spoke. He's just sent them an email.
Now okay. Perhaps this will come, Chair, when we are asking questions, because really it's a concern that honorable member, without even talking to the National Commissioner, he cast aspersions and lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Hence, he came direct to you, and knowing that iPad reports directly to the minister. The independent story is a debate for a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
May we proceed, SC?
Thank you, Honorable Chair, honorable members. Can I, the next few questions, Mr. Nkabinde, I'm going to refer to this exhibit bundle, which you've got. It's marked page 267 through to 308.
I do have.
You've got it?
Yes, I got it.
Now, the first reference is at page 283. And if you go to the bottom, you'll see that email from Sakina Frenchman, email dated 1 November, addressed to the minister.
Yes.
And you'll see the case dockets referred to. And then in the middle, or towards the top, the second email is from yourself to Major General Sabola and Brigadier Letoko. Good morning, Major General Sabolo. The ministry has received this complaint from the Member of Parliament. In order for the ministry to respond accordingly, please furnish this office with a report responding to this complaint and the details of the investigating officer who was assigned. Your report is expected on Monday, the 4th of November, 2024 at 1500 hours.
That's correct.
Now, if you go to MK15 and to page 273, that's the information note that was sent to the National Commissioner Inspectorate. Sorry, the page reference is 285. My apologies.
Okay.
It's to the minister, and this is from the Inspectorate. Now, I've read this to you previously.
Yes.
The point I want to make is that this report you'll see on page 287. And it's dated the 4th of November 2024.
That's correct.
That's exactly the request. Let's call it that. The request you made is that you want a report by the 4th of November. So it says this office recommends that an extension of 10 days is provided in order for the following to be conducted, whereafter a comprehensive report can be provided. And it is also signed by the minister on the 8th of November.
I can see it.
Yeah. So first things first, the cases that are referred to, if you look at page 268, from the email from Sakina Frenchman on behalf of Honorable Member Fadil Adams, the case numbers there, Langplata Police Station, and in 3 other cases registered at the Orlando Police Station. If you go to page 275, which forms part of the information note to the National Commissioner, you see that?
Yes, I see it.
They appear to be exactly the same cases.
I can see it.
So help us then understand why you say this complaint you've referred to the Inspectorate, to the National Commissioner, and with respect, given most people's experience, is dealt with relatively quickly, you must admit. You send it on the 1st of November, they come back to you with a report dated the 4th of November, and they say, we still need to interview the complainant, but give us 10 days and we'll give you a more comprehensive report. In relation to the same subject matter, my question to you then still is, why do you then refer the matter to IDAC when it is clear from the inspectorate in their report to the National Commissioner that the matter is being dealt with and that you must give them an extra 10 days?
Chair, to make it clear with this and make it honorable member to understand. Yes, these are in relation to the same case numbers. These are in relation to the same case numbers. But inspectorate does not investigate crime. Inspectorate does not investigate criminal matter or a criminal docket. The function of the inspectorate is to investigate any service delivery complaints when a person is not happy with a service delivery that has to be rendered to him. Now, if I can make an example, Chair. I'm here, someone come and assault me. Or a member of parliament come and assault me. I'm just making an example.
That's not a good example.
And then you go and open an assault case at the police station. It does not mean that if I report the member to the ethics committee, the assault case as a criminal docket must not be investigated. So it's a similar question here. There is nothing wrong with what inspectorate is doing. They are doing very good to check why this docket were intercepted, why there was such a delay to allocate an investigating officer to these cases. Was there any possible corruption? Was there any possible defeating the ends of justice? Because inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters. It's only detectives that investigate criminal matters. So now, while this process is ongoing, there is nothing wrong also to ensure the criminal docket get investigated. That's what was my understanding, Chair. Because the process of inspectorate should not hinder the process of investigating this case. So it's just a parallel process, which it can even go parallel.
But with respect, Mr. Nkabinde, far from hindering the complaints process, the investigating process, the inspectorate tells you, because I'm sure you'll agree with me, they play also a screening role. Because now they say, well, we first have to interview the complainant, after which presumably it will be farmed out to the correct unit to deal with it. But besides that, Mr. Nkabinde, you make a request short of a demand to the National Commissioner in your email that I read to you on the 1st of November, and you say, can we please get a report from you by the 4th of November? And they do that.
Yes, of a service complaint, not a criminal docket investigation.
So on what basis do you then take this matter, knowing that the police are dealing with the matter?
That will be defeating, Chair. You can't because a service delivery complaint is being dealt with, then the criminal case must not be investigated. It can't be. That's a defeating.
Well,
because the inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters.
if you look,
In fact, inspectorate should just get copies of those dockets and investigate their service delivery complaint and let the docket criminally get investigated. So you cannot now, if inspectorate will take 3 months, I'm just making an example, to investigate the service delivery complaint. It can't be correct that for the next 3 months, the criminal matter is not get investigated. I'm not defending why even Adams laid a complaint or what. I'm just in principle and general practice that I treated this matter as a 2 separate matters.
Mr. Nkabinde, I don't understand why you distinguish between a service delivery complaint. Where's a case number which says this is a service delivery complaint case number?
It can't have a case number.
No, it can't.
Yes,
Exactly.
it can't have a case number.
It's the 4 or 6 cases that Mr. Adams had complained about. I mean, it's clear from the information note, and it's also clear from your own.
Hence, I'm saying, Chair.
Can I just
Okay, thank
complete
you.
my point? Your annexure CMN 5 is the complaint or the referral to IDEC. Can we agree that the case or the cases that are referred to are exactly the same?
Yes, they're exactly the
They're
same
exactly the same.
in different processes. Yes.
So what's the difference?
The difference, inspectorate is dealing with a service delivery complaint. The docket has still, even if this docket, if I can make it example easier for you, Chair. Even if these matters were never referred to IDEC, say for instance, he never complained about the National Commissioner, another detective should have proceeded to investigate this criminal matter, while inspectorate is busy investigating service delivery complaints, irrespective of it was referred to IDEC.
Now, you were quick to refer Mr. Adams's complaint to the National Commissioner, demanding a response by the 4th of November. If you were minded to regard the complaint as a very serious matter involving corruption, why did you refer it to the National Commissioner? And you've also got, of course, experience as a police officer, knowing that the National Commissioner would refer it to the inspectorate because that is what they do. He refers complaints to them, isn't it?
Yes, while criminal is being dealt with.
But you're right. They're not the ones who are going to deal with the complaint. They will farm it out or refer it to the relevant unit to deal.
No, they don't do that. They don't work like that.
So
their job is not to allocate the dockets. Their job is to investigate why the complainant is not satisfied, why his docket were not allocated timelessly. But investigating a case, hence I'm saying, Chair, even if this matter I never referred to to IDEC, but these 2 parallel processes would have been done because a detective in Western Cape would have proceeded with investigating this criminal matter, while inspectorate is busy checking why the complainant is not satisfied with the service delivery.
So why didn't you write to the detectives in the Western Cape and the detectives in Gauteng and say, Honorable Member Adams has referred this matter to us. After he's referred it to you, he's had no joy. Can you please deal with the matter? Why didn't you do that, knowing that there'll be some weight behind your email because you are now writing on behalf of the minister?
You can't do that if a complainant is showing that he lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So the moment a person is showing that he does not have confidence in the national commissioner and he's requesting an independent body to investigate his matters, you can't refer it back to the national commissioner.
You see it, I still fail to understand, and with respect, I'm sure that that most people listening or watching would fail to understand why you make a demand of the National Commissioner to respond by the 4th. The inspectorate, and I'm reading to you from their mandate. Their mandate is, I'm not going to, it's in terms of a national instruction, in terms of the relevant section, is to ensure they are responsible to ensure investigation of specific service complaints, which in their discretion, based on the relevant merits or circumstances, require to be investigated.
That is their job, to investigate service delivery complaints. They do not investigate criminal matters. They do not investigate dockets. In fact, they were not even supposed to uplift those dockets, because it's not their job to investigate dockets. If their service delivery complaints is in relation to those dockets, at least what they could do is to make copies of those dockets and carry on to investigate their service delivery complaint while the detective is continuing investigating a criminal matter. Because you cannot, because inspectorate is dealing with the matter, you cannot hinder the criminal investigation.
It's not hindering the criminal investigation.
Take, Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, I just want to check. For you to make a determination that a person, any person, not just Mr. Adams, has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, what do you actually ascertain? What makes you to arrive to that conclusion?
It's the content of his email. That's what he said.
So you rely on what he says?
Yes, whether he's true or not, then I can't get involved.
And then you act as such?
Yes.
So if I come to you and say, I've lost confidence in the National Commissioner, do this, you will do it. And you will believe, because once you do as he says or as he suggests, that means you also believe what he says. And it means for you to believe what he says, you don't need any further verification. You just rely on his words.
In this case, Chair, hence I'm saying we are receiving hundreds of complaints per day. Then you screen them, you refer them accordingly to the relevant authority. So now, each complaint has on its merits. In this one, when I screen this one, the ultimate goal for this person, he wants to see his cases get investigated. That's what he wants to see. And he's requesting that because of whatever he's saying, whether it's true or not, he requests an independent body to investigate.
No, so don't you think that it was not going to, or don't you think that it was going to accord with rationality for you to first ascertain if really attempts were made by this person to address his concerns with the National Commissioner, and the National Commissioner failed to act before you arrive to a conclusion? Because my problem here is that you are taking ownership of this thing. You are saying this person lost confidence, and you are owning that assertion. You are not even saying he said he lost confidence. You confidently justify your actions on the basis that, according to you now, you are saying he lost confidence in the national, your actions. It's now today in this session You are saying because he lost confidence, you acted in a manner that you acted. You are not even saying because he said he lost confidence. You are owning it as if you verified that loss of confidence or the reasons for a loss of confidence. So don't you think maybe you should verifying if really this allegation of losing confidence had a foundational reason or a solid foundation?
I answer. Let me clarify this. I'm not saying I refer this thing because the complainant has lost confidence. I want to say it in his email. I'm not taking an ownership. That will mean not only this one. All the complainer will then need to do a preliminary. In the office of the ministry, we cannot get into that operational matter.